What's up, guys? Welcome to a video. Yeah, so today I was just going to do like a bit of a general vlog thing. I don't know, I might turn it into just a Crusader episode, but anyway, I'm about to head over to Adam's place. He got his Crusader driving, went for a drive up a street yesterday. Sent us some videos, which is pretty cool, but he still wants to connect the computer to the ECU so he can see sort of what's going on when he's driving, and we need to sort of try and figure out what the hell the go is with this ECU ticking and this fuel pump hole deal. So I'm gonna go try and sort that out a bit. Got to send some stickers off to a few people that have ordered stickers. I'm actually just about out of stock. I might have to get restocked with some stickers, but yeah, should be a pretty decent day. I've also got to go get some parts for the 31. So yeah, fairly busy little day, I suppose. So guys, also towards like the end of the 31 rebuild birth sort of series, and getting this Falcon ready and stuff, I was explaining how busy I was meant to be being at work for the next couple of months. That's why it was so important to get everything done. But pretty much since all of that work that was lined up has sort of fallen on its face. So at the moment I've got like no work lined up at this very minute, immediately for the next little while. It's good and bad. It's good because it means I can do a lot of drifting. Plan on doing a lot of drifting this week. And but bad in the fact that if I don't get much work sorted, I won't be able to do much drifting for very long. So anyway, I'm gonna end up with a fair bit of time actually, instead of working. So yeah, I don't know. Just gonna hopefully drive as much as I can. So anyway, we'll go and see what Adam's up to. So we went for a drive yesterday.
Yeah, I went up the street. It was alright.
Nice.
The first time it was a bit rough.
A bit rough.
Yeah, it was like carrying on and shit, and you know, it was like misfiring or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just kept doing that, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna be able to get it back to the house. But I did, made it back to the house, and then I cleaned the plugs and adjusted the fuel pressure a little bit, and fuck man, up the street it went.
Very cool.
I reckon it'll run so much better when the turbo's connected to it.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's just getting too much fuel at the moment. Yeah. Nice. I haven't polished or anything. I just washed. But yeah, I had it outside, so I gave it a wash. The whole car wash. But still covered in shit and piss marks, so I need to polish it. I need cooler piping and an exhaust. Then I can go so do.
And the tuna.
Yeah. How you going, Max?
Good, thanks. Yourself?
Good. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it needs to be right. I don't know. He's like, get the big fluffy imposter away from me.
Imposter.
I don't think he cares about the camera, it's a big fluffy thing on top. The microphone.
Is that taller than that thing?
Yeah, bigger than you. Fuck you up.
Nice.
More. What's going on? How you doing, sir?
Alrighty, so we'll insert the video of Adam driving up and down the street here.
going right out straight now.
So doing some research. From what I can tell, apparently it's pretty common for these Microtechs or a lot of ECUs with fuel pump triggers to fry transistors if they are wired incorrectly. So apparently it's pretty common if someone tries to earth the fuel pump through the relay earth, or what is meant to be the relay earth for the switch. So if someone tries to wire in a fuel pump without the relay and tries to earth the pump through the ECU, it can fry the transistor in the ECU and cause it to do what this ECU is doing. So considering this ECU was secondhand, we don't know the history of it, that is a very plausible thing to may have happened.
This is the plug that came off it too. So it's like just a 2-pin plug. So it makes me think that was just like wiring for fuel pump, click, and yeah, sort of thing.
Again, it's just one of those things with secondhand stuff, you never know. So that could very well be the problem. So apparently you can get them repaired, but I don't know, we might just have to try and think of a way that we can wire the trigger for the fuel pump relay to something on the car that only works while it's running, or only gets power while it's running. So
yeah,
I don't know, we'll have to try and figure out what the hell that is there. We might be able to wire it to another aux output.
Yeah.
And set it something on the ECU to trick it. I don't know what, but we'll have to have a think about it and try and figure out something else.
Oh yeah, it's just connected to the ignition now.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
But you want it to turn off when the ECU or when the motor stops.
When the motor stops, yeah, I know.
So,
but I do want it to prime and before the motor starts, you know. So I don't know. I suppose I don't know. We'll work it out.
I'd figure something out.
Yeah.
Anyway. Apparently we're going to re-hook the computer back up and start it up and have a look, see what it's doing. Ready. It's weird, it doesn't know whether it's cranking or idling.
Yeah. What does it do when it revs up?
It goes to idle.
Oh.
When you rev it up just a little bit, it goes to idle.
Yeah, okay. Is that why it's sort of like running a bit rich? Because it's like, like add fuel to fire motor or some shit, or?
Nah, it shouldn't do.
Hey?
Shouldn't do. Could be, but...
Is that just like,
There it goes to idle there. It's alright.
what did it do when I revved it up a little bit? Did it go like...
Yeah, it goes to idle. Woo, she rich.
Hey?
Alrighty, so I was idling like really low RPM, and the ECU seems to be wigging out, not knowing whether it's meant to be at crank or idle, and we think that's why it might be dumping fuel. And then when Adam was idling up enough, it was actually changing here. It was going from crank to idle and then to RPM, like the wide open throttle map, which is a bit confusing to me. Even actually looking at the wide open throttle map in this ECU, it's a bit weird. But again, I'm no expert tuner, so I'm very much an amateur. I only know really what I've read, so I can't really know for sure, but it definitely seems like a lot of the stuff in this ECU is all over the shop. So we're just going to try and set the idle screw so that the ECU at least knows that the car is idling when it's at idle, and hopefully then it sorts itself out as far as fueling goes. And then it might make it just that little bit easier to move around and load on and off trailers and that sort of thing. So, righty, so I just had a look in the Microtech guide or handbook. RPM CRS is pretty much consistent speed, cruising, fuel trimming. So basically consistent vacuum, it will detect consistent speed, consistent vacuum, and trim fuel. So pretty much your highway closed loop sort of trimming, although I don't think it's closed loop at all. But so that's all that is. That's nothing to worry about. Again, guys, I really know very little about what we're doing here. So if anyone has any input, feel free to comment. Yeah, I certainly do not know much at all about what we're doing right now. So this is all learning for me. It's pretty cool to be able to muck around with it, but I certainly do not know. This is what's that doing, and then check it on Google and then you know, do all that. That's what I'm doing at the moment. So Rex knows a lot more about this than I do. But I will say that this Microtech software is not very intuitive at all. It's very hard to navigate and very hard to read. I'm sure it's not once you get used to it and you learn it a bit better, but there's not really any explanations to what anything is. Everything is pretty much like, what is that? And then I've got to do research on it and try and figure it out. So anyway, at least we got the thing to set so that the ECU knows it's idling while it's idling. So that's a step forward, I suppose. So at this point, Adam's just pretty much going to have to finish his exhaust and intake and stuff, and then wait till he can get it to a tuner who knows a lot more about it than what we know, to try and sort out what's going on with his ECU and that. But definitely seems like that's probably the issue with the fuel pump thing, so that sort of sucks that his ECU might be a bit cooked like that. Like I said, I think you can take him to, send him back to Microtech to get him fixed, but I don't think Adam really wants to invest any money into fixing it. So anyway, it's just going to be a matter of trying and see what we can set up there, talk to a few people, get a few other opinions. I still reckon we might be able to pin it to an auxiliary output if it is cooked, and maybe have it basically turn on with an auxiliary output that is keyed to something on the ECU. But again, I have to talk to someone who knows Microtechs a lot more than I do, because I just don't really know them. Anyway, that's pretty much all we're going to do on the Cressida. I got to post some stickers. So, and then I got to go to Repco and visit Cody and get some parts for the 31. So, righto, so we did pretty well. Got all the stickers sent off. Went to Repco and got our stuff from Cody, and got home without having to deal with too much traffic, which is a big problem around these parts. So, not bad at all. Not bad. Not bad. But yeah, after I've been looking over this thing like all day while I've been here, and I think I'm gonna pretty much completely redesign or re-idea what I'm gonna do with my Cressida. I reckon I'll probably completely strip it, take all the aircon and everything out. I reckon I'll probably dry ice all of the body deadening, sound deadening out. I reckon I'll probably go rear mount radiator. I've got a pretty good idea, like looking at the way this is set up, how to set it up with what ducting, where to go with it. I reckon I'll probably ditch the KE conversions mounts. I reckon I'll modify the cross member and notch it so that I can move the LS all the way back to the firewall. Build some custom engine mounts that come off the actual frame rails instead of the cross member. That way, if I need to, it can be jacked up and you can drop the cross member and get at the sump without having to actually pull the engine out. So, few things that I'm probably going to change. So yeah, custom engine mounts, move it further back. Radiator in the back with a big auxiliary water tank. Probably go like probably an in-bay cooler by that point, and probably move the turbo position. Probably tub it because I won't have the auxiliary tank in that corner anymore. So I'll have to move my fuse box again, and yeah, probably go tubs in the front, because I reckon with big lock and big wheels on this chassis, I'm probably going to need the tubs because there isn't actually a lot of room in these guards. And yeah, probably if I've got all the body deadening and everything out, I'll probably just cut the tunnel out and remake the tunnel, because with the TR6060 and then moving the LS back even more, it's probably going to be easier just to cut it out than to try and actually clearance it to make the 6060 fit in there. So pretty much almost a complete redesign of what I've got, but again, it's not all super expensive stuff. It's just a matter of buying the materials and taking the time to do it all. I figure with the 31 done, and then my plans on building the Sylvia, the only place the Cressida really fits anymore is as a pretty high level, high spec sort of car, so I may as well build it into that, which I always wanted to anyway. The only thing that sucks about it is if I want to put like rear mount rad, auxiliary water tanks, ducting, obviously I'll make these out of Perspex, which will also be ducted for the rear mount rad setup. For all this to happen, I sort of almost need the cage in the car already, because I need to build it all around the cage, because you can't really just build the cage around it all. So that is the expensive and annoying part about it. But anyway, again, probably a little ways off, so getting ahead of myself, but just ideas at the moment after looking at this thing and knowing how mine sort of sits. There's a lot of room to move that LS back. Those KE conversion mounts don't really sit very far back at all. Nice.
Yeah!
So Adam got a heap of stuff so that he can wire up his thermo fans.
Yep. Conk, dude. Wires. Fuse lostness. Another sticky thing. More winger. Riley. I'm not gonna throw this one.
Oh.
Fuck! Nah, then I can put those on it.
Now you go on that and do the spinny thing and draw the air.
Do the air, yeah, so.
Spicy.
Spicy.
So we just turned the radio on this Crusader for the first time because Adam wants to see if the aux cord works, and we didn't even realise that this thing actually, the electronic aerial still works. Look how high it is. Look at that bitch.
Fucking funny as.
It's like a remote control car. That's so ridiculous.
What's it go down to?
Oh, that's funny as.
Is it going down?
Yeah, there it goes. This has got to be like probably one of the only Crusaders left in existence where that still works.
That's fucking funny as, eh?
Seriously, come stand behind the car and look how tall it is.
It's probably as tall as me.
Oh.
That's sick.
That's hilarious. I love it. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video today. I'll probably just release it as like an in-between video, seeing as there's not really any real substantial content at all in it. It was pretty much just me and Adam piss farting around for a whole day. So anyway, what I got today, as far as parts go, I got a new center bearing for Rex's 31, plus the center bearing just to keep as a spare, because obviously I'm pretty sure between me and Rex we're going to go through them pretty quick, so I thought I'd just get one to keep as a spare. Plus I got new front sway bar link bushes, because after doing the the caster arm bushes in the 31 the other day, I realised that these are pretty much the last bushes I need to do in the front of the car before everything's pretty much new and nolithane. So thought I may as well just grab them. They're not super expensive, and obviously a good little mod to do. So I'll probably chuck them in the car tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday, the 21st maybe? No, today's the 21st. Tomorrow's Thursday the 22nd, which is the first day of my 3 days, hopefully, of drifting this week, which I've been planning for a bit. So hopefully the 31's all good. I'll go get it in the morning. Heading down to Archie tomorrow. So keep peeled for that. That's probably coming out tomorrow if you're watching this now. And then Friday the 23rd. Yeah, Friday the 23rd, got QR night session, Friday night drift again. And then on the Saturday, provided the 31 has survived all this time, I got Archie again, which is, I'm pretty sure is an all day thing, so it'll probably be a morning sesh. So there actually might be some daytime driving footage, which should be cool. And then as long as it survives all of those, next week at QR there is a morning sesh, which I've been dying to get to for years, because at morning sesh they do the drifter armor layout, which is turn 2 and then dipper into the 3rd straight and then all the way down into the second half of the 3 to 6 track. So it's a layout that I still have not ever driven yet, and I'm really aching to drive it. So that'll be awesome as well, because that'll be some more daytime driving footage and on a new layout at that track, which will be absolutely sick. So hopefully the 31 survives. As you would have seen, I'm running it with just no wastegate actuator at all. So I don't know, fingers crossed that it survives, but hopefully the cooling issues are under control and everything's done. So hopefully it's going to be from here another, like these next couple of days where I've got no work, and I've been working lately, so I've got a bit of funds. I've got tyres, so as long as the car survives, it'll be all systems go. So hopefully all good. Thanks for watching. Sorry that this video was pretty much just ginning around all day, but I thought you might like to see it anyway. Just a bit of a daily vlog, and see you tomorrow when I'm drifting. Cheers guys, peace.